Has moving up to a bigger home with the current interest rate environment we're in become an impossibility? In this video, I'm going to talk about it, but more importantly, I'm going to show you the numbers so you can decide for yourself. Stay tuned. All right, Matt the Mortgage Guy, residential mortgage broker, licensed across this beautiful country, powered by You Mortgage. If you want to connect with me and my team, go to greatmortgagebroker.com. If you want to connect with an agent in your area, go to homeandmoney.com/Matt. In today's video, I want to talk about this because one, I think there's some people considering it that don't truly understand the costs. And then there's also others that, regardless of the cost, are going to make the move, right? And so, like a lot of things in mortgage, a lot of stuff in my business and my advising style is I'm not going to tell you what's right or wrong for your personal situation. I'm not going to tell you what you should personally be doing. I'm going to present you the options and let you decide. With that thought in mind, I wanted to share with you, this came off a great conversation I had with a past client who was just toying with the idea of moving to a bigger home, moving to a better school district, and wanted to look at some numbers. So I thought maybe I should bring this to the masses. Maybe this is something you guys want to see as well, right? And so you're in a current home and you owe $400,000 and your current payment is $2,100 with tax, insurance, everything included. This is common, talk track for people that I'm talking to, looking to go into a different neighborhood, higher price point, maybe a little bit more square footage, family's been growing. And in past, if you go from a $500,000 home to an $800,000, $900,000 home, if the rates are the same, it's not that big of a jump. What happens when you've got a 2.75 on the 400 you currently owe, and then you're going to go borrow 600, 700,000 at a 6% or a 6.5%, that payment shock. And I'll show it to you rather than talk about it, right? And so without further ado, I'm going to show you an $850,000 purchase with 20% down, today's current rates. Before I do it, leave in the comments, like literally pause the video right now and leave in the comments what you think the monthly payment is. Taxes, insurance, principal and interest, everything included, PITI, on an $850,000 purchase, putting 20% down, bringing $170,000 down. What do you think that payment is? Okay, drum roll. You'll see I have a 2-1 buy down because I want to show this because it's a really popular product. But if you just got a 30-year vanilla fixed and bought it down a little bit to 6.25, that would cost with today's rates. You still got a $5,200 a month payment, right? And, just to show you what it might have looked like at 2.75, I hate to do this to you, $3,796, right? So in my example, where you have a $2,100 payment or $2,200 payment going to $3,800, okay, maybe if, you want to be in that school district, need a bigger house, you can justify that. It's still quite a big increase in your mortgage payment. To go to $5,207, that's a whole nother story for other people. And just real quickly, if you haven't seen my videos on the 2-1 buy down, it's a great product. In this scenario, if you've got a seller willing to give you $17,900 in credit towards a 2-1 buy down, you would have $4,365 payment in year 1, $4,775 in year 2, and then years 3 through 30, $5,207. If you refinanced at any time, let's say 12 months down the road, you can get a 30-year fixed at $499. Whatever's left in that buy down account that you haven't used towards the first couple years of payments, it's basically a supplement to your mortgage payment. Any supplement you haven't used, you get a refund in the form of principal pay down. So that's that. But I'll go through a couple scenarios here because I think it's useful for people. $850,000 purchase, 6.25, not quoting rates. This is just an example, educational purposes only. NMLS number 1088993. I think I got to say all that stuff for compliance reasons, but just as an example, right? This is, you know, today's rate range, and you know, even going to 750, if you're upgrading to a $750,000 house, it's a $4,600 payment. I know some people that are trying to buy $1 million home, so I'll put in $1 million price point. And truth be told, once you get above the conforming limit, and let's assume you're in a high balance county where you can get $800,000 conventional, it doesn't go up into jumbo yet. It's high balance is slightly higher rate, so let's call it 6.5. You know, you're getting into some pretty hefty payments, 62.57. And so I think more than anything, I just wanted to show these examples to people so that you can see what it looks like with real numbers. Some folks I know are, you know, excited and they've got big plans, and yeah, I'm looking for something in the $1.5 million range, and I need my payment to be $4,500. Unfortunately, with the interest rate environment we're in, that just doesn't exist, right? And so if you're in the market to move up, higher price point, for whatever reason, neighborhood, schools, more room, whatever the case may be, do this exercise. Go through it with a mortgage broker you like and trust, and run the numbers, because the numbers are going to tell you a couple different things. One, all right, we can do this and we know the cost. Maybe we don't upgrade our car next year like we have done every single year for the last 4 years. Maybe you know, whatever expenses you have, it's something you got to weigh financially. And for some people, unfortunately, what this exercise is going to show now is just not the time, right? And so while there's a lot of great opportunity in the jumbo market, because demand has, you know, pulled back so much that people are coming from 1.7 to 1.5 to 1.4 and settling for a 1.35 offer, you can get quite a big discount on the price. With the interest rates, the mortgage payments are either out of reach or uncomfortable for some people. So weigh all this stuff. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave them down below. I couldn't go through every single scenario, but if you want to run your own analysis, I encourage you to, you know, go out there, get yourself pre-approved, run the numbers, and decide from there. Connect with my team. Go to greatmortgagebroker.com, fill out the form. We're happy to help. And if you want to connect with an agent in your area, homeandmoney.com/Matt. Thanks for watching. There's hundreds and hundreds of other videos here for your entertainment pleasure.